everyone out in the internet's land, as well as everybody here in the actual SCOA High School lab. I'm Mr. Hayden. This is biology, obviously. So I hope that you're having a good day on Friday. Weekend is tomorrow. And what we're going to do is today is pretty much going to be a very, how do you say, like, just kind of more like a direct instruction type thing to kind of give you information on what you need to know for this semester for biology. It's going to be pretty quick. It's not a huge deal. Just relax. Because this is what the problem was, is that if I was to show you guys science notebooks from last semester, some of the science notebooks were like really awesome, okay? Like awesome, like 100, 115%, 115% out of 100. I mean, really good. And some of them were horrible. Like, horrible. I want to explain horrible in the terms of as a teacher, and you hand me something that you think is a science notebook. This was handed to me as a science notebook. This was handed to me as a science notebook. And I will try to cover the name up so it's not totally messing with the person. But I'm going to try to do this. This right here, for the people on the internets, this is a science notebook that was turned into me. This was not a passing science notebook, obviously. And so I just want to make sure as a teacher that I set the bar of what I expect. If I set the bar of what I expect and what's required, I expect you to meet that. If I don't, this semester when I grade science notebooks, it's going to be a lot harder. And so I will ding you. Very much so. So again, this is week 2, and that's why this week's a little different than the rest, because I just want to set the bar, set the expectation of what I expect. So a few things that we're going to go over this during this session is that basically I want to see, some of you guys want to see how you did, what you did over break, real quick. Just what you did. Have a conversation. We're real people. We actually do things in our lives. Okay, I'm not just a teacher and I sit in that room and that's all I do. Okay, I know it's weird when you see a teacher outside of a classroom, because that's like weird for me too still. But like I actually have a life and I do stuff. Okay? I don't just sit here all day, I promise you that. Yeah. Another thing is, we're going to go over what we did this week, because I put what we're doing, but technically it's Friday, so it's what we did, or should have done this week, is what we're going to go over. We'll go what changed this semester in comparison to last semester, because there were some changes. And we want to make sure we go over that for the new students. Honestly, you have no idea, because you're just new. Everything's new. People here last year, last semester, they kind of go, oh wait, that's different. Oh, that's different. All right, and we'll go over that. That's the expectation right there, the science notebook. And then I want to go over how to take notes. If I was to show you the note-taking capabilities of my students, some are awesome. Some write down everything, and they think it's awesome, and it's really not. Because taking notes isn't writing down everything in an organized fashion. You know what that's called? Your textbook. That's your textbook. You don't need to do that. What you need to do is be able to take information, think about it in this thing above your shoulders, okay, weighs like 8 pounds, or at least your brain, okay, and then take that information, put it on paper in a quicker, more memorable way so you'll remember it. That's all it is. Notes are just to trigger your memory, okay. Hopefully you have memories, okay. Say, like, hopefully you can remember a week ago when you read something. If you can't, we need to work on that. All right, so we'll go over the taking notes effectively. So, obviously, people that are in the internets, just so you know, there's about a 30-second lag time between what we're saying now and what you guys are hearing. So, and then we did Ustream this week, just so you guys all know. We're reevaluating it, seeing what's going on. There's ads, yada yada yada. We're going to look and see what's effective. So there may be some changes coming, but not anything really dramatic. And if you're coming in person, it doesn't affect you at all. So just give you guys a heads up. So how was your break? Did you do anything fun? No, I just sat around, stare at the wall. I like staring at walls too, they're fun. Yeah. He's like, oh, there's the wall. I can like make fun activities happen and I just watch it for hours. Who needs a TV, right?
Yeah. You sound like a very boring person.
I am a very boring person.
Looking at walls all day?
I do, I like walls.
I played with my brothers. Video games.
Nice. Video games? A little NES? No NES? Whatever. You good?
Yeah. Watch TV.
TV's good?
Yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants? I like that show. Just so you got used to my personality. I just throw things.
Okay, actually wasn't, but I had a Christmas with my grandparents down in San Diego. I'm sorry, but I just want to say it's my, actually, it wouldn't be appropriate on there, but
That's
anyway,
probably good.
Anyway, I'll say it for later, but
Yeah, tell me later.
and then my Legos are, I did a lot of video game stuff. I got a brand new Xbox One for my parent, or for my Yami. She went to she was picked as an extra to be in a TED 2, and she likes, they had a prize for whoever stayed there the longest, and she ended up winning the Xbox One. She gave it to us, and
That's a good gift.
and I got so far I got the I want to get Minecraft, but so far I got Lego Hobbit, Lego Marvel Superheroes, and Lego Movie video game, and
Nice.
one more thing is that I kind of have I really like my Xbox One. It's got Skype on there and everything, so that'll be good. And yeah, I think that's it for me.
That sounds like a really fun, time you have. What'd you do? What'd you do? Road skateboard. Cool. How many ollies did you do? Did you count them?
No.
Should have counted them. Yeah, cooler if you did.
I'll count them next time.
Yeah, you should count them. I tried ollie one time.
Oh.
Kickflip. Didn't land right. Stopped skateboarding.
Last time I did that, I fell on my face.
I didn't fall on my face.
I went skiing and skiing.
Skiing?
Yeah.
Like skiing in the mountains?
Yeah.
Nice. What mountains did you go to?
I went up to Bogus Basin. It's up in Idaho. By
Nice.
Boise.
Nice. I love snowboarding. I used to snowboard 4 days a week. I love snowboarding. Can't do it now. I got this thing about this tall. It talks to me. Like 2 years. I don't know. It was like my son or something. But yeah, what'd you do?
I went to Oregon.
Oregon? Sweet. Oregon's good. Someone else went to Oregon in earth science. Someone went to Oregon too. It's pretty cool. So over my break, my son turned 2. Built an entertainment center, or building an entertainment center. It's almost done now. Found out I'm going to have another boy. So that's good. Maybe. I don't know. Guess I'll find out when he comes out. Hopefully he's a good kid. Not, I feel there's going to be a lot of discipline in making sure he's a good kid. So there we go. Okay, so let's kind of get into this. So this week's schedule, this is what you saw, and just a couple things I want to point out. Different than last semester, this semester. I color coordinated everything in every class. So if you say, well, I don't know what to do, use your hand. I'll say, what color's today? Like, well, it's blue. Well, blue means take notes. And take the quiz if there's something red on the same day. And I color coordinate it to make it simple. Because you'd be surprised how people don't understand that you look at the day and you read it. And it tells you what to do. It's sheer laziness on the part of most students that don't pay attention, let's be honest. It's just laziness. Like they just know where it's at, they just don't want to go look. Because they can't Google it. Okay, or ask Siri real quick. Alright, because they'll be like, well, I don't know, let's see. Siri, what do I do today in earth science and bio? Oh, look at it. Siri tells me what to do. Thank goodness. Now I can live my life. Alright, okay, this is the thing. Is that I wrote everything. Everything's color coordinated. So blue means take notes. Red is quizzes. Yellow is in-person times. Green is labs. You don't have one this week, there's no green. If there's a green on your week, which means you have a lab that week. If you're coming on Friday, we're going to do that green lab on the Friday. Which means you have a catch-up. You have a day you can totally do extra work on that. Is it related? Because we have to.
Yes, it is related.
Go ahead.
It's did I do a good job on my science notebook last semester?
Yes, it was within the top 5.
It was in
So yeah, top 5.
So
Top 5. Alright, so this is the thing is that everything's color coordinated now, everything's gorgeous, going in, and so you know what to do, alright? So, by the way, just throwing this out there to y'all, today you should be done with all of this. So everyone in this room, as well as on the internet, should have been on Unit 1, Lesson 4, and taken a quiz. Now, people who don't do this, and just so you know, I will zero out every Friday. Okay, I mean I do it over the weekend or Monday morning, whatever. I zero out the week previous. If you have a D or an F, you are here. If you are not here, I'm taking attendance. If you do not show up, more than I think it's 3 times is what the ed code says, whatever it is, I will drop you. I will push to drop you from the school. It's going to be pretty strict. I want you here. If you have a D and F, doesn't matter where you live, I don't care. You need to come here, okay? If you don't have a D or an F, it's not required to be here, but it's better when you're here because, I don't know, this video is kind of angled, and it's kind of blurry, it readjusts all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just come in person. And plus, when we start doing other things, we're going to do more fun things, getting up, moving around, hopefully doing some other things like that, all right? So, there'll be an in-class person. This is what's different this semester compared to last semester, is every week I'm going to have one of these, just like a real school, once a week, okay? This is very much like college, where we show up one day a week or something like that, and we do things. All right, just so you know, let's go back to the next one. Oh, labs will be on this day. I already went over that. Okay, just real quick, right here. If you have a D or an F, you're here. If you're not here, you're not here at the school after 3 times. Okay? None of you guys have to worry about this. I'm sitting here, but I'm getting rid of the laziness. I don't want the non-commitment. Okay? The school's here to have people go to school and be committed to school. If you have a D or an F, the school is set up to be able to assist you, to get you to a better grade, and hopefully better GPA, better graduation, better maybe school down the road, whatever that choosing is, better life. There's a reason why we do this. There's a reason why I'm a teacher, not because I just want to stand up here and you stare at me and I feel important. I don't care. Well, I do feel important. But that's not why I do it. I do it because I want you to come back to me in 5 years and be like, dude, I just graduated from UCLA. Like, I just bought this house. Like, look at my sick Jaguar out there. I just got this Jag. I want to hear that. It makes me feel good. It really does.
You want us to take them.
And then I also get 10% of whatever you make. Okay, I don't think you want to. Right, Amity? Right? Yeah, I should have paid attention. But I think that's what it is. 10%.
How's that work?
10%. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to the next one. Let me go through this. Ask me a question at the end. All right, so going over the science notebook, I told you that some of you guys weren't very good last year. Not you guys, but I'll just say you guys in general. I want to set the expectation and say what I'm looking for. Okay, first, if you need to know where these are at, they're inside your class. This is Earth Science, but it's the same exact thing, so let's just cross that out. It's down at the bottom right here, obviously. You click on that, you're going to see the same information I'm about to show you, but I'm actually going to read it, so I know I sent it to you guys. I feel better about myself. All right, so cover page. The cover page is a cover page. It needs to have very specific things on it. The name of the class would be good. So is this biology? Maybe you should write that somewhere on your cover page. Someone didn't, so I'm like, what class are you in? They're like, well, biology. I'm like, how do I know that? How do I know that? I need to have your name on there, obviously. I want my name on there. I want to know when our live sessions are. And I want to know what my phone number is, and I want that on there too. There's a reason I do this. If someone says, hey, I'm Felon, blah, 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 I'm like, let me see your science notebook. And they go, well, okay. And I look at it, and I don't see my number. They don't even know who I am. Well, how are you going to call me if you don't know my number? I want it right in front of you. So in case it happens, you look at your science notebook, this is Mr. Hayden, I need to text them. Okay? Make sure you put what class you're in and your name. If you text me, I just got one today that said, yada, 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 something, something, something. I'm like, what class are you in? I don't know. Like, I'm not going to go look it up right off the top of my head. Okay? I don't know what class everyone is in, every single person. I teach 4 classes, guys. I teach earth science, biology, physics, and chemistry. So I may not know exactly which one you're in, but I know what's going on in my classes. I just need to know when you're in. So again, the name's required, my name, your name, my phone number, time of the live sessions. Now, this is an option a lot of people didn't take advantage of, but I totally recommend it. Draw some pictures. Glue some on. Have fun with it.
It's a
Yeah.
notebook.
Okay, it's a notebook. Have fun with it. You can write all over it. It's your notebook. It's not my notebook. You can write all over anything you want in your notebook. You can draw whatever you want on your notes. I don't care. As long as the requirements are there, do whatever you want. It's your notes.
Can I draw over my notes?
No.
Well,
When you go to college, okay, or if that's what you choose to do, then a professor's not going to do this. Oh, those notes are horrible. I can't believe they don't care. Okay, most of the time they're there for research anyways. They're just teaching the classes because they have to. Okay, they don't care. But you just need to. That's why you need to be able to self-advocate. You need to be able to do it yourself. You need to be able to take your own notes. You need to be able to do this stuff because they're not going to do it for you. If you go up to a professor, like, Professor, I have a like, what's the question? Who are you? And let's get done with this. I have somewhere to go. Like some of them are really nice. I'm not knocking all of them or anything, but they're very like they got a lot of students. They got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, you need to be able to set this stuff up, and that's what I'm hopefully going to start this semester and help you guys with doing. Okay, table of contents. A couple changes, not really a change, but what I want. If you put a page in your notebook, I want a page written down in your table of contents. I don't want Unit 1 is page 1 through 40. I don't want that. I want page 2 is this unit, this lesson. Page 3 is this unit, the next lesson. I want them all done by the pages, okay? It's going to take more time, but that's what I want for organizational purposes. This is me just being a stickler on the fact that I want you to be organized and I'm making you do it. Okay, this isn't going to teach you anything. This is just me being a stickler making you be organized. Deal? Deal. Oh, I just want to make sure, because that's just what it is. Okay. Quiz. You're going to take quizzes, obviously, right? You've already hopefully taken 3 of them, right? 3 days? I think there's 3 red boxes, I believe, so you should have took 3 of them. So what I want you to do is on a graph piece of paper, I'm just going to write right over, I told you I'd write over my notes. I'm going to write over my notes, because I can do that, because that's, when you get a teacher's credential, you can write over your notes. There you go. That is a graph. X-axis is here, or y-axis is here, x-axis here. Anyone confused yet? We're in the positive quadrant, top right. Just making sure. You want to put 0 here, and 100 here, and this is all your percentages. I'm showing you this because people have asked me how to set this up, and they get confused. Even after I explained it right to them and showed them, they were like, wait, what? And then down here is your lesson name or number. So example, if you took 1-2, there it is. You put, I got 100%, you put a little dot. After a whole bunch of dots, you have lines. It's called a graph. It's amazing. The reason why I do this is because I want you to own your own grade. I want you to feel embarrassed if you get an F or a D because you didn't study, or a 0 because you didn't study, that you have to put that 0 down on that graph. All the rest are good, but you know next time you need to study a little harder. And if you see a trend downward, you know you're not doing something you're supposed to, put more time in and get that trend back up. It's a visual representation of your grade, yes.
This was the one question I had last semester. Is it how much your grade changes after that quiz? So if you had 100 and then you got a 0, or is it just
whatever the percentage is?
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to look at that, that's all stuff you can look at looking at the graph. Like you can be, oh, look at it, it's a 10% difference, yada yada yada, whatever it is. But you're just going to go along. Now, I want your quizzes on one line and your tests on a different line. I didn't really say that last semester because it kind of came up, but your test should be looked at differently than your quiz. Okay, it is harder on a test to get a higher grade than, quizzes there's not as many points, so it fluctuates a lot. I want 2 different lines, 2 different colors if possible. Okay, lesson notes, and we're going to spend just a little time on this. Okay, who here uses Cornell style of notes? Cool, use it. Who here does not use Cornell style of notes? Okay, do you get A, B's, or C's?
Yeah.
Use your style.
Thanks.
Use your style. You're good, man. Go for it. I don't care. You have a D or an F? It's not working. Use a different style. Cornell Notes is now your style. If you need to learn how to do it, I'll show you how to do it. Okay? I tell the kids every single time. I was in all honors, all AP, basically from 6th grade all the way up to high school. All the way up to 12th grade. AP Calculus, the whole 9 yards, okay? I went to Cal State Fullerton, right into Cal State Fullerton. Graduated with a finance degree. Went and got 2 master's degrees. Guess how many times I took Cornell Notes?
No.
I've never taken Cornell Notes in my life. I'm not knocking Cornell Notes. No one taught it to me for one thing. No one taught it. It was new. So no one taught it to me. I had my own way. That happened to work. I just got lucky. That I picked a way that worked for me. I just got lucky. I probably would have used Cornell Notes style if it was taught to me in high school. It never was. But I had my own style. You all have your own style. Use it as long as it works. If I was getting straight Fs and I was using my style, guess what? It doesn't work. I need to switch. So, pay attention to that. If you need help with that, I'll show you. But a couple things I do want on every single page. I want a minimum of 5 keynotes. Okay? 5 things that you need to write down. Minimum. You should be writing more, but 5 is about what you need. Don't write too much for one thing. You don't want to have your name on it. I want the lesson name, and I want the essential or the goals of the lesson written on there. That's something new that a lot of people didn't do that I didn't harp on a lot. This time I'm going to show you what I'm expecting in a second. Yes? Just good?
Okay, yeah, this is related, but okay, I would strongly recommend it's called Microsoft OneNote. You can get it works wonders for your science notebook and your math notebook and everything. It works really good. It's really easy to use. Just kind of follow the steps and everything. You can clip pictures. You can do everything. And the other thing is Excel. Excel has a part in it that works really well for your testing or quiz and test graph.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and both of those. Again, if you want to go pay for something, he uses basically his notes were on his iPad.
All right.
Basically on the iPad, and you go to the exact name, you click it, it would link to the page, and then you can scroll up and down on the page, zoom in, click it. It was a really interactive, really well done note-taking thing. Not everyone needs that. So if you choose to do that, awesome sauce. If you don't, that's fine. Use paper. I like a paper. I'm a paper guy. I'm going to use paper. That's me. So a couple things that people don't do is I want graphs, charts, and models. I looked at someone's notes and they were drew for a mountain. They drew like a mountain and showed like wind going over and rain like not there anymore. Like it's whatever. It's their science. And I was like, well, why didn't I'm like, that's cool. You drew that. That's way awesome. How long did it take you? She's like, well, I don't know, whatever. I'm like, well, why don't you just go find that on the internet real quick? Print it, cut it out, and just stick it on the page. Well, don't you think a picture from the internet that's showing every little part of it is better than you just drawing it? Do you think that? She's like, well, yeah, I do, and we'll do that. If there's some person like when we go over like genetics and stuff, and there's like all the different guys who do genetics and Dalton, all these different people. Why don't you print a picture of them and stick it next to the name so you know what they look like? Because I don't know what they look like top of my head, but when I have them in my notes, I know what they look like. So I can kind of picture that when I'm talking about the guys. You have a question? No. Okay. All right. So this is blah blah blah. The note taking. Lab assignments. If you're here taking the labs, you're good. Okay, you're good. You can do your lab assignments. I'll pass those out. We'll fill them out. We'll do the whole shebang. You will then not turn them into me. You'll keep them and put them in your science notebook. I'll give you your grade because you've signed in or something. Okay. So you put that in your science notebook, and you will indicate that in your table of contents. Vocab list. I've wavered on this a little bit. I've listened to people on both sides giving me real feedback. Not, I don't want to do this, Mr. Hayden, because I don't like taking notes. Not that type of feedback. I'm talking, hey, Mr. Hayden, I'm doing double work. It's taking me extra time. I'd rather focus on my studies. Can I just either do one or the other? Can I either put it in the back, or can I just put it in my notes for that day? You can put it in the notes for that day. If you put it in your notes, and at the bottom or something, at the bottom part, you put like vocab and you just put extra vocab, I'm cool with that. As long as I see that. If I don't see that, you're not getting credit for it. Also, write down stuff that's not vocab. If there's a word you don't know, write it down. Like, I don't know what that means. Write it down and go look it up. It becomes a part of your personal vocab list that you're working on. It's like, I need to get to this. All right. So I'm going to show you guys how to take at least set up effective notes, okay? I'm going to teach you how to set up your effective notes. So this right here is the SCOA Avid model, whatever. You can use this, not use this now. If you don't have this paper, you can get it. If you want it, great. If you have your own, because you're using a spiral, whatever, that's cool. You're doing your line anyway. But the top right-hand corner, I still want the same information. The top left-hand corner, I still want the same information. And I still want the essential concepts / goals to the lesson on there. I'll show you where to get those, okay? I want that on there because that's important to it. So, obviously, there's my name, Robert Hayden. Does anyone not know their name? Because I can look it up in IC, I think. I'm kidding, you guys should all know your name. Everyone's like, wait, what? I think I know my name. Yes, C? Is the answer C? Dang it. Biology is obviously the name for this class. You write that down. Put the date. The date will help you be sequential and things like that. Now, lesson topic. When you look at your topic for the slide, and this is number 1 on, Unit 1, Lesson 2. You should have already done this. Where do you think the name of the lesson is?
The top.
What's the name of the lesson?
Lesson 2, proteins expressed DNA.
Okay.
There you go. You can just use proteins expressed DNA. So there it is. Yes?
Okay, I just want to say, and in OneNote, you can just copy in your student guide and the vocabulary there, and you can highlight them and.
I don't want to. I better point that out. I don't want.
Thingy, and one more thing is that you can just copy things in real easy and just you can type type over your notes.
All right, this is what I don't want. Good point. I forgot to bring this up.
I don't want you copying and pasting from your notes. So
I
what?
mean,
That's
can you scan it?
no,
What-
I don't want. I want you to type it in.
Scanning it in,
No, I want
and
you to type it.
okay, type it
In your own words.
Okay. That works.
I want you to type it in your own words, and the reason why is because if you just copy and paste, you learn how to hit Control C and Control V. You didn't actually read it half the time. When I'm just copy and paste stuff, I don't read it. I just copy and paste it. Okay, I want you to read it. I want you to understand. I want you to write in your own words. Okay, so there's the name right there. We're good to go. So guess what? I would just put it right there. Proteins express DNA. I put that right at the top. You can write that on your paper right at the top. It does not matter as long as it's at the top. Now, the essential question, and some people will call it goals for the lesson. Where do you think that's at? This is super, I'm sorry how obvious this is, but
Two guys.
At the bottom.
Huh? Bottom left, right there, goals for lesson. Look at that. It's like they knew what they were doing when they made these. All right, there it is. So for the example, for this lesson that you guys should already know, because we went over this, or you should have went over this.
Last semester?
Last semester? No, Wednesday.
Last week.
Or Wednesday. Explain how gene expression affects the development of cells, define expression, discuss the importance of cell development in the life of an organism, and then obviously describe how cell specialization within multicellular cells, yada yada, blah 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 blah. Now, you're going to write that down. This is okay to copy and paste if you decide to use digital. I'm okay with that. So I just copied and pasted it in there. Because that's not the important part. Your notes below it that you're going to type in, you need to have that funnel up and look up and answer that question. Your notes drive the answers to these questions. If, example, at the end of your notes, if I looked at you and I said, explain how gene expression affects the development of cells, and you can't sit there and answer the question, you got more to do. At the end of the thing, Mr. Hayden, yeah, expression of cells is when they're smiling and there's emoticons next to them. Whatever the answer is. If you know it, then you're awesome sauce, okay? You're not doing any more work. What's it?
Do you have to, can you write it in the box or type it?
Yeah, no. You can totally write it. Totally up to you. However you want to do it. I'm just saying, for me, if it was me doing this, what I would do is I would, like if I was here or whatever, I would open this up, put my name at the top, put biology, put that. I would literally copy and paste gene expressions in there, copy and paste the answer, print it out, and write on it. That's what I would do. That's me. Okay? And I'm just super smart, so I don't know if you guys want to follow this. But you can totally do it that way or whatever you want, right? But that's what I would do. A lot of people like to type. I'm not a very quick typer. Small fingers. I don't type very well. Okay? I don't type. I do this and I like poke at it a lot. I don't really do that cool little like not look type of thing.
Oh yeah.
But you can either do whatever. I don't care. I really don't care as long as your notes, when you get them done, you're not copy and pasting, answer those questions above it. If you can do that, then you're awesome. Okay? So basically we've got to the end of this. I'm going to go ahead and stop the record or stop the live feed. I'm going to answer some questions around the room and see if anyone has any questions. So.